Hello, 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 and welcome, welcome. Happy Wednesday to ya. Happy Wednesday to ya. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Hello, hello. What are you guys up to on this Wednesday? I feel like I am hot and then I'm getting cold. I go back and forth between the two. So let's see, who do we have in the chat? We got Mel to the B. Hi, Mel to the B. Mel, you're going to have to help me with these steps, the steps of it all. She says, good evening, Dee Dee and friends. Happy hump day. Let's see. She's saying, please like and share the live stream as you enter. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Thank you. She's saying hello to everyone. We have, Mel is reminding us again. So we do have the mobile chat. If you're in the mobile chat, you want to come over to the regular chat. I guess this is the regular standard chat. Come on over. And then I stuck my head in here earlier and said, happy Wednesday. We got Keisha. How are you, Keisha? She says, hi, Diva, Mel, and everyone. Happy Wednesday. We got Perfectly Pamela. She says, hey, Dee Dee, Mel, and Keisha, and the rest of the Diva crew. All right. Okay. So, Chi-Chi, how are you? We got Chi-Chi in the house. I said, Chi-Chi's in the house. All right. If anybody else comes in, I'll have to say hi later. Oh, Sweet Bee, how are you? You're such a sweetheart. Hi, Sweet Bee. We got the real MVP. How are you? How are you? Okay. All right. I think I got everybody. So, you guys, today we are talking about, something that has been on my mind, and this is the walking of it all. And I'm glad MVP is in here because she actually gave me some great advice on the walking. And it's just walking is the struggle for me. It's like weight train and walking. Like, can I do it all? I want to do it all, but I haven't been getting it all in. So that's the funny thing. And so ever since, I keep saying this, my disastrous December, I just have been all out of sorts, all out of my whack, all out of my routine. But I've never been like a fan of walking. When I was doing that weight training, and my fourth day was Taibo. Remember, I was doing the Taibo. So I wasn't really necessarily always walking on the treadmill. I would jump on my Peloton treadmill from time to time, but I don't really think I really ever had a consistent routine. It's like, I got to pick something. And if I picked something, it was going to be doing the strength training in the Taibo, which I love Taibo. So, and I really haven't been doing a lot of Taibo. So maybe I need to get back into that. I've just had a lot of things kind of going on that, I just let it take priority over what I was doing with the exercise. So one of the things I said, and I had talked about this with Mel, because the Mel and Taisha, they'll get on their treadmills. And when I'm talking to them, they could be walking, not treadmills, the iPad. When I'm talking to them, they could be walking on that that walking pad. So I thought, I'm going to get a walking pad. So in December, I did get a walking pad. Nobody knew I had it. I didn't say anything about when I bought it. I just bought it. And it's just been in my room. It's been in my room. It's in my room because my Peloton treadmill is downstairs in the living room, right in front of the big screen TV. And still, and it sits on its own, right? Big screen TV. It has its own big screen TV with trainers in the whole 9 yards. Maybe I need them to come like knock on my door. Diva, come out here. So I had that Peloton treadmill, and then so I was like, I need something like in my room. You can't just take that baby upstairs. Wherever it's planted is where it's planted. So I got the walking pad, and it's still been a struggle for me to get on that walking pad. I feel like I can't fit it in. So one of the things we talked about, and I remember Mayor Mindy was involved in this conversation. It was I want to say it was one of my Sunday lives when I used to go live on Sunday. And I had said that I was going to get better at keeping track of my steps. Well, that's hard to do if you don't have like a smartwatch. I was so against smartwatches because I don't like the radiation of it all. I feel like we're already overexposed. I'm using a microwave. It's like, do I gotta wear a little radiation on my arm and walk around with it? That's what, my thinking was and still is. I'm getting used to the idea of having this thing on my arm. Here's the smartwatch. So so the company that reached out to me, Fannie Luna, they reached out and was telling me about this smartwatch, and had me look at their little media package. What did I think about it? And I just thought it was cute. I thought it was cute. I loved how you could change the faces on the watch and make it all different, different things. So, and I could do it from my app on my phone, which I love. I could change the settings and change the face of the watch. So I love that. And actually you can have it where it stays on the whole time. Like mine is going on and off, but it saves the battery. Like I've already had to charge it because once I put it on, just keep the face on there the whole time, it might drain the battery fast. So I learned not to do that. So if you don't do that and you just do regular smegular, you don't drain your battery, it'll last for up to 7 days, that charge. So that's what I'm trying to do. So anyway, you'll see me pushing this. That's because, I'm lighting it up again. So I want you guys to guess, in the chat. Well, first, before I do that, if you looked at that thumbnail, let's look at this thumbnail. I see a couple people entering here. So let's look at this thumbnail. And this is how, but at the time I made this thumbnail, I had these many steps for the day. I was at 4,184 steps. Now, that was some hours ago, right? So that was some hours ago. That was probably like right when I left work and got home. And, I drive home, so I really didn't walk. So how many steps? I want you guys to think about how many steps you think I have as of right now. And I'm going to share my goals about what I'm doing with these steps. And then I want to also know what you guys are doing, because that's also going to help motivate me. So yeah, I was at 4,184 steps, right? Now I'm going to tell you, I'll tell you this at the end, because I've been keeping track since I started, with the watch, which was this weekend. And so I'm going to let you know if I hit my goal so far, and including today, if I hit my goal. But I'm not going to tell you what my goal is just yet. I want to know what about you guys. So let me know in the chat. For the people in the chat, Mel took a guess for the day. Okay, Mel, clever. Okay, so how many steps are you averaging per day right now? So people in the chat, if you're watching from home, how many steps, think about that. How many steps are you averaging? If you put yours in fast, you must be tracking. All right, so Pamela says, is that how much you're averaging, or is that you guessing how much I have? Okay, Pamela, is that yours? 6,306. That's how many steps you're averaging per day? I love that. Okay, all right. Anybody else? How many steps are you averaging per day? What do you think if you had to take a guess? And so we had come in here, Just Sherry, how are you? She says, hi, Dee Dee, I can't stay, just wanted to pop in and say hello. Definitely will watch this on replay tomorrow. Thank you for stopping in. All right, so Pamela's the only one who put something. Rita, how are you? Rita, what's your average steps for the day? Mel, what are yours? Brenda Boland, thanks for coming in. Hey, Brenda says her average steps are 6,600 per day. I love it. Excellent job. Okay, all right, very good. All right, the real MVP, she says she gets between 5,000 and 7,000 steps. Male to the B, 10,704 steps. That was her average so far for this month. Okay, all right. Chi says she's averaging around 7,000. Okay, according to my Whoop. Okay, all right. Very good. Guessing one more than male. Pamela. So Pamela, I'm guessing that's yours with the 6,301. Okay. So I want to know from you guys. Okay, wait. Sweet Bee says, let me put your things up here. So we got 7,000. Okay, you got 6,300. Oh, that's what she was guessing for me. Sorry, Mel. You got 6,301. Rita saying hello to everybody. We got 6,600. We got 7,000. Okay, we got, and then I already said these, but I'm just putting them back up. Male coming in hot with 10,704 average. That's an average. Geez, Louise, lady. 5,000 to 7,000 steps. I love that. Yeah, Mel, that's amazing. How about that, Mel? Sweet Bee, she said, I like to take short walk breaks throughout the day. I heard Al Roker call them walk snacks back in the day. I aim for 5 miles average daily for my short legs. That's about 12,500 steps. Jeez Louise, I love that. Very good. Keisha says 5,500. Okay. Mel says she bases that on her O-ring. Over months have other months have been over 11K. Okay, I could totally see that. Dang, Mel, let me get my steps in. Mail to the beat. When I'm talking to Mel, I need to be moving because Mel is on the move. I'm going to tell you that. That is true. She is on the move. JC, how are you? JC slid in here. How are you, JC? Sandy, look at you, cutie. Sandy, how many steps are you walking? JC, how many steps are you walking? All right, so has it become easier or harder for you guys to walk since your weight loss journey? Has it been easier or harder? Ooh, the boss lady, how are you? She's sliding in with the what is that? 1,854. Okay, I love it. Mel said I need to sit down. Oh Lord, that is too funny. All right, so let's see. Let me put these faces up, these beauties. Here we go. We got J's to the C that came in. We got the boss lady. Hey, Jamie. She says, I averaged 9,500 per day last month, trying to take it up to 10K this month. Oh, God, you can do it. You can do it. Oh, gosh, I meant to say. You said, wait, somebody's asking Mel, do you walk inside or outside? It's already getting too hot for me here. I'll let her tell you, but she's walking here, there, and everywhere. You said you actually stopped wearing a tracker. You just move. I love that. Very good. And I'll probably get to that point, JC, because I didn't even want to track. But I think to get me in the habit and knowing how many steps my familiar routine, what I'm doing, I think that's going to just support me to get it moving. Definitely easier. Last year, this time I had to walk with walking poles. Oh, man. Sweet Bee, because your hips, knees, and back were so bad. All right, so let's give you some confetti. Oh, my goodness. What an awesome accomplishment that you could walk it out. Walk it out. See, you know what? When you guys say, when I hear stuff like that, that makes me feel like, geez, Louise, get your buns up, Shay, and get moving. All right, Sandy says she's averaging 5,500. Okay, all right, very good. Between 3 separate chicken areas and the garden, I'm watching. Yes, you are a busy lady. I will say that. Bellflower, how are you? How are you? Okay, everything is easier. Keisha said it's easier. Okay, very good. I walk inside and out, walking past, and sometimes around my neighborhood for 10 to 15 minutes. Now, I'm going to attest to that. Mel is taking short spurts. I don't really see her or hear of her just doing these long marathon type walks and stuff like that. They're really short and quick, which is I'm learning from that, right? That you don't have to be doing too much. Right? So I'm learning from that. So that is good. People are saying hi to Nicole and JC and the boss lady. Hard to get enough steps in, wanting to lose more weight. So pushing those steps. Yeah, I think that's what's going to get me going too. Hey, Jamie says, I love trekking poles on hikes. Okay, it makes it fun and you burn more calories. And yes, so much easier. I can just imagine. Just think about people who've lost, it includes me. 50 pounds, 60 pounds, 70 pounds, 80 pounds, 20 pounds even off your, 10, 15 pounds off of, your joints. Just think about how better you feel. So I'm sure the movement is better, and it is better. It is better for me too. Sweet Bee, that's great progress. It will get easier for Dee Dee the more she does it. Yeah, to become a habit and a routine. Absolutely. All right, very good. So does anybody have pain though when they're walking or working out? You know what I'm starting to notice, and I don't know if you guys are noticing this, but I'm starting to notice that my knees are getting a little, not pain, but I'm feeling a little something when I walk up the stairs. So I don't know if that's the medication, getting used to my body's just so used to it. It doesn't hurt, but it's not I was feeling nothing before. I was on cloud 9. Now I'm on clouds, but the clouds are hurry up and get off these clouds. feeling a little something. I don't know what you call it. I don't know what that's about. But yeah, I used to feel easy breezy, lemon squeezy. Now I'm just easy breezy. The lemon squeezy is squeezing. So what do you guys think that is? Does anybody else felt like that? Like you're feeling something in your knees again where you didn't before? Because I am. I am. Nicole Ray, GLP1, how are you? She says, hey, Dee Dee and everyone. Okay. So is anybody feeling that? Like me, like feeling some like stuff in, like not pain, but like, just like a little bit of something in my knees. Yeah. So when the weather is cooperating, my favorite thing to do is walk a couple of miles in the morning before work and again in the evening. Well, one thing I don't like is outside. Like not, and it's funny because most of my friends love being outside. I just don't. So yeah, so if I don't have to walk outside, I won't. So hopefully, maybe one day, I think I'll ever grow out of it. It's just ingrained in me. I'm just not an outdoorsy type of person. I just got back on exercise routine Monday. I had a hard time getting back into it. Yeah. And that's the thing. For me, and sounds like for you, once I'm off, it's a hard time for me to get back on that saddle and go. Jeez, Louise. So you had a bad knee and bad shoulder, but you had that before your weight loss. Yeah, very good. So I'm sure taking the weight off had to make it easier. Your Pilates coach said knee pain stems from weak ankles. I could totally see that. That sounds true. Yeah. My knees are okay. My back can be problematic sometimes. So, okay. It could be some inflammation returning. That's what I was thinking, MVP. I'm going to share that with my doctor in a couple weeks here when I go. So, yeah. But yeah. So, and like I said, it's not bothersome, but I do notice it. We spend time doing foot and ankle work. That's so true. All right. So let me ask you guys. So what motivates you to get your steps in? The people that are getting steps in and you're consistently doing that, what is the motivation? What's the motivation to do that? That's what I would love to know because I need some of that motivation. What is your motivation for getting your steps in? Let's see. Sandy says, yes, Diva, I've noticed it's starting to hurt a bit, but I have a knee replacement and other is bad too. And now I'm moving more. So I think that's what's happening. Yeah. Well, I'm glad I'm not alone because I have been feeling that. And I was like, dare I say it out loud? Because I feel like what you put into the universe grows. And so, yeah. And I noticed it at work because there's so many stairs at work. And I noticed like I'm not trotting up those stairs, but it could be. I don't know what it could be. I'm watching out for it. So I'm going to just see, where I'm just kind of evaluating it at this time. I don't know. I haven't been able to get back into exercise routine from recovering from the hospital and surgery and now get ready for another surgery. I'm so sorry. Geez, Louise. Well, in a way, I'm sorry you were having the surgery, but in a way, I'm glad you're taking care of whatever you need surgery for. So, yeah, geez, sending prayers to you. You'll be fine. You're going to do well. But I know it's like you getting out of that routine and then, it's like hard to get back in there. But Nicole, you're so, you've been so diligent on this journey. You're such a go-getter. You're going to tackle this and you're going to be back at it in no time. All right, Nicole, you got this. All right. Longevity and change. I've the weight off and I just have to move. Okay. So no excuses. You're saying the longevity of it all. Walking clears my head. I do my best thinking on long walks. It's the best thing for my mental and physical health. I just love being out in nature. Dang, I wish I had that, sweet bee, but I'm glad you do. I sit all day on my job and I don't want my hips to lock up. Remember the saying, if we don't use it, we lose it. I don't want to lose mobility. I'm over 60. Yeah, so true. And then I think about the people that can't get up and move so easily. Like when Sweet Bee was saying, how she, used to have to walk. So that, I have to start thinking about that and, remembering that. Chi, apparently lower back pain is strongly tied to weak hips. I know. Yeah. Yes. Geez, Louise. So you use an app that tracks your steps and there are specific challenges each day. I got friends, family, and coworkers doing it too, and we can all encourage each other. I love that. Very good. Okay. But I'm staying busy getting ready for your surgery. Okay. Very good. Oh, Oh, you love walking and riding your bike outside. Very good. Okay. All right. So I'm going to tell you guys. So one of my goals is, one of my goals is to, I really want to get to 8,000 steps. Like that's my goal. That my ultimate goal is 8,000 steps and 10,000 steps. Remember, we debunked that you really don't need 10,000 steps. They say that was a marketing kind of, propaganda that was put out there that we needed 10,000 steps. And it does sound good, doesn't it? 10K steps, right? But you really don't need that. So, I just kind of did a little bit of research and I was thinking, what am I going to set my goal to? Because I could easily get 4,000 to 5,000 steps just at work, just being basic, right? But I want to take it up a notch. So I thought, okay, 10,000 steps, that was a myth. So the health benefits start, they say, at 4,000 steps per day. So at 4,000, so that was on my thumbnail. Look at my thumbnail. 4,000 steps. So that's still good, right? But I thought, is that normal that for the whole day I'm getting 4,000 steps? No, ma'am. I want more than that. Okay, so 4,000 steps. They say if you get in 4,000 steps, that lowers your mortality risk. So that helps, right? You're gonna stay alive longer just by doing that walking. 6,000 to 7,500 steps. So 7K is the magic number. That's going to give you strong cardiovascular benefit. So basically, it's going to be beneficial to your heart. Then if you get between 7,000 and 8,000 steps per day, that's excellent. Your health outcomes will be excellent if you can do that consistently, right? So that is what I'm aiming for. I'm aiming for those 7,000 to 8,000. Now, I set the goal in my app for 8,000 because I feel like I need to aim high at first. So eventually I can be like Mel B and get up to that 10K, right? But you got to start where you are. So I thought I want to get to that 7,000 steps. 8,000 is my ultimate, but I'm going to start with 7,000. So I'm going to ask you, what do you guys think? Do you think that I've hit 7,000 any of the days that I've been wearing the watch, which was since Saturday? I think I've started it up on Saturday. Let me look at my app. I could just look at my app. How about that? So do you guys, Grant, how are you, Grant? I saw Grant come in here. Now, do you guys think I have hit that 7,000 steps Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, or today? What do you guys think? Let me go to the app. Let me see. Okay. Ooh, is this accurate? Okay. All right. So, man. Okay. All right. So my first day collecting this data was Saturday because I made that video Saturday morning, and then so for the rest of the day, I just just kind of got acclimated to the app. So do you guys think that I hit 7,000 steps any of these days? Because that's my goal. So Monday, Sunday for sure I didn't. Because Saturday I for sure I did. What was the 7th was what day? What day was the 7th? Let me get this together. Okay, that was Saturday. Okay, Saturday and then Sunday. So that was Saturday was the 7th. Sunday was the 8th. Monday was the 9th. And yesterday was the 10th, right? Because today's the 11th. So does anybody think? Okay, so people are saying, some people said yes. I think you got close to 7,000. DG, how are you? DG thinks I got close to 7,000. Okay, so let me just tell you, one of those days I did make 7,000 steps. I was so proud of myself too. And guess what? I wasn't even really trying. I just was moving. So I did get 7K, and that was mainly at work. I was moving and grooving on Monday. Monday was the 9th, right? I was moving and grooving. I think it's because I realized that I have 9 more Mondays of work until retirement. And I think that put a boost in my step on Monday. Okay, so very good. So I got 7,042 steps on Monday. So I love that. And I said, if I keep my goal at 7,000 to start off, you can always, let me show you guys. Okay, you see it? 7,000, 42. And I said to myself, if I, keep my goal at 7,000, I can always exceed my goal. I love to exceed a goal. So I can always, yeah, you thought it would be, no, it was on Monday. It was on Monday at work. Now, Sunday, I was busy as a bee on Sunday. This is how many I got in on Sunday, Mel. Wait. No, that's the 7th. Okay, it's going without even sending it up. Jeez, Louise. I gotta do it quick because is it moving? Here we go. Can you see it? Oh man. How can I do it without, okay, maybe if I turn it this way. I'd have to take a screenshot because it's not staying. There it is. You see it? Why does it go by so fast? 6,100. It goes by on that one so fast. So 6,120 is what I had on Sunday, Mel. So yeah, so I had that on Sunday, and then I had 7,042 on Monday. And then today, and so but I set the goal for 8,000. So I think I need to put in here in my app. I'm going to change that right now. I'm going to change my goal. I put my goal at 8,000. I'm going to put it to 7. So when I exceed it, in my mind, it's going to make me go, okay, I could do more. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So, okay. So on that Monday, the first day, that Saturday, I met my goal 49%. On Sunday, I met my goal. It's going so fast. It doesn't want to stay on Sunday for some reason. It's like going off. Well, I wonder what that's about. Okay. Yeah, it's not. It's going right off on 3/8. I don't know what that's about. Let me take a screenshot. Wait, I want to take a screenshot of it. Sorry. Okay, wait. Dang, I didn't catch it. This thing is. Here we go. Oh, I got it. Okay. All right. Yeah. So I'm trying to keep track of this. Okay. All right. So 7,000 steps. That's my goal. So I want you guys to take a guess. Now I was at 4,184 steps. How many steps do you think I have as of right now? Now I don't know if I'll move. Maybe I'll ask you at the end of the live so that way it can be more accurate. Because when I cheer Mel on and whoever else is doing these big steps, maybe that'll count for some movement. So Mel is guessing that I have 6,300 steps for the day so far. So if I don't have 7,000 steps by the end of this live stream, I'm going to have to do exercise when I get off of here because I'm determined to go to bed at 7,000 steps. So that's okay. That's my goal. That's what I'm going to. So Sweet B thinks I'm at 6,100 steps. Anybody else have a guess? When I made this thumbnail earlier today, I was at 4,184. That was a couple hours ago, right? So what do you guys think I'm at now? What do you think my goal is? Do you think I exceeded 7? Do you think I'm still under 7? Do you think I made it to that 8,000? I'm going to reveal it and show you on my actual phone live. I'm going to show you guys what it's saying. And if I don't meet that 7,000, well, baby, I'm going to be up working it out. I can't go to bed until I hit that goal. Okay, so all right, so we know now you don't need to get those 10K in, but it gradually increase your steps. So I'm starting off at 7, and then my goal is to get though to the 8, like eventually get up to 8. So maybe I'll give myself a couple months. By the time we're at that Didi's meetup, I should be at 8 into 9,000 steps. Like is my goal. So I'm going to try to increase it as I go. So that's my goal. All right, so your movement though can include anything. It can include grocery shopping. What else are we doing? Going to the mall. Going to the mall and walking is a good one. I used to do that a lot. Cleaning the house, I do that a lot. Walking around my office, well, it's small. I'm not going to be really walking around my office. Parking farther away, I've been doing that. Taking the stairs, I was doing that, and then my knees started to act kind of funny. So even though I can't avoid the steps at work or here, I just don't love it like I used to. I used to jot up those stairs. Now I go, but I'm just like, geez, Louise, my knee. starting to hurt a little bit. You know, it's not as easy breezy. So those are considered NEAT activity. NEAT stands for, this is one of a couple of you, your favorites, non-exercise activity thermogenesis, right? So you're moving, but it's not a structured type of exercise. And I remember, what's that lady, Yolanda? What's Yolanda's channel's name? Anybody know Yolanda's channel? Not Alonda, Yolanda. She's the WNBA player. What's her channel name? Dag, I can't remember, but she's very into these NEAT exercises. But what she was calling NEAT exercises, it wasn't really these. It was like she was still like doing some like Pilates, and she was doing, sit-ups, pull-ups, all kind of stuff. But she's an athlete, so you kind of expect that. Okay, so you guys say, so male to the B is, she keeps saying 6,300. Sweet B says I got 6,100, 6,450 says Chi Chi, 7,100. Okay, all right, says Jamie. 6,800 says Keisha. I'll have to email you, Miss Rita, about that. You said, shopping. You're the mall is your favorite activity. Sometimes just an hour or so to get the steps, and sometimes you spend coins. Okay, all right. All right, Nicole says 5,771. Okay, all right. So we shall see. I just got to get my buzz moving. That's the main thing. Okay, so you guys are saying you guys are motivated to walk. It's different things that are motivating you. So do you guys use a smartwatch? And if so, which one? I might not put that up because I'm really want to promote this Fanny Luna smartwatch. But I just love the idea of knowing if you guys are tracking some kind of way or if you're not. You're going to Hollywood. So you're going to, oh my gosh, Grant, you're going to get a lot of steps in. Oh my goodness. I was on your live the other day. It was Saturday. I was still trying to figure my watch out on Saturday, Grant. And you were in West Virginia. You said it was beautiful. I mean, it was like, I felt like I was there, like with you, going for the walk, taking in the views. Thanks for sharing that. Okay, so somebody is using, I had one of those, Nicole. I had that. Okay, Mel, so we got the Fitbit, the Oura Ring. Okay, very good. Yeah. Okay, so people are actually tracking. Is anybody using anything else, like anything that is unusual to track that we might not know of? And I'm going to put my little, what I liked about this Fanny watch is that it was cute. I'm just gonna be honest. Features are great, but I just love that it was cute. So that's one of the things that got me. But it also tracks my sleep, because some of those other watches, they may track your steps and they track everything else about you, but they don't track your sleep. And I didn't like that. So I like that it tracks your sleep and your steps. And it tracks, a lot of, your cycle. It's tracking the cycle. Now, if anybody is trying to conceive, I don't know about this group in here, if you're trying to conceive or not, if you have a family member trying to conceive, but it tracks your cycle, and tracking your cycle, unless you're tracking it for, trying to avoid getting pregnant. If you want to get pregnant, and if you're on this GLP-1, they say it's an even better chance of you getting pregnant. You might want to check out this app because it checks your cycle. That's one of the main things that, I'm postmenopausal, so I don't need to check my cycle. But if you're interested, it's a great tool to check your cycle. So I just love that too. Okay, so you use an Android, okay, Samsung Ultra watch. Okay, it tracks a whole bunch, even your weightlifting workouts. Yeah. Now this one's supposed to track like 101 workouts, and so the more I figure it out, I'll kind of let you guys know. Okay, so Nicole, yours tracks sleep cycles and everything. Very good. So are you sleeping good, Nicole? Now I've been getting some good sleep. I'm going to tell you guys, I was so proud of myself. I went to bed at that might have been Monday when I got those steps in. So I went to bed and I tracked my sleep. And this is for you, my twin, because I got to sleep in. I started to text you my info. Okay, so let's see. So I am so proud of this. I got an excellent sleep score. You guys, you see that? Excelente, scamente. I got 7 hours and 49 minutes. Jeez Louise. And was that on the day I got all those steps in? No, that was the next day. That was the 10th. So I probably was tired from the 9th, right? Getting those steps in. Jeez Louise. So I on the 10th, and I said to myself, I'm going to bed, and I'm just gonna, I'm not going to worry about having to do anything. I'm just gonna get my sleep in. So I love that for myself. Now last night my sleep was good, but I didn't get as much. But the sleep I got was quality. Now what I love about this app too is okay, when I got that 7 hours of sleep, I was awake. It says I was awake for 13 minutes, so 3%. That was okay. But my REM sleep was 23%. I was in REM sleep for an hour and 48 minutes, so that's good. I was in the light sleep for 4 hours and 15 minutes, which is in the okay range. And then I was in a deep sleep for an hour and 33 minutes. So I love that. So, but that's all okay. That's not like the best I could be. But it was still considered excellent. And then they have the little colors to show you. Now, last night I didn't get as much sleep, but I had high deep sleep. Even though I didn't get a lot of sleep, I was down to under 6 hours. But last night when I was under that 6 hours, I got high amount of deep sleep. I was in deep sleep for an hour and 28 minutes. That's considered high. That's 26%. I was in a light sleep for 3 hours and 5 minutes, which is 54%. Okay, most of us are going to be in that light sleep. And then the REM, well, not most of us, but a lot of folks. And then that REM sleep, I was in that REM sleep for almost an hour, 55 minutes, 17%. That's considered poor. So that's my goal tonight, to outdo that, right? To get that sleep in. And sleep is going to really help you. People who you think look young and rested, and it could be because they don't have kids. But if they have kids and they look young and rested, I'm telling you, they're getting their sleep. So I got to be in with those folks. All right. So we got okay. I already said hi to Grant. So who else came in? My twin is reminding us to like the live. Thank you. I appreciate that. Paula, how are you? She's saying hello. I missed you when you first came in. She is Tamika. She says, hello, Didi and Chad. Hey, Tamika, come on in. Tamika, are you getting that sleep in? Paula, are you getting that sleep in? And Tamika and Paula, how many steps are you getting in on a regular day, like an average day? Do you guys know? Are you keeping track? So Harper says she uses an Apple Watch. It tracks everything, even her Peloton rides. Okay. All right. Very good. Very good. All right, very good. So you're tracking. So Harper, how many steps are you getting in? How are you averaging? I'm so excited about the steps folks are getting. Go figure. Okay, so I got one more question, and then we're going to play a little bit of a game, and it's about the steps of it all. Okay, so I want you guys to tell me, and maybe exercise has something to do with it, but what is one thing that has improved in your body since you started your weight loss journey? And not necessarily connected to the scale, like I lost 15 pounds. I don't want to know that. I want to know what improvement, like what's the main thing you notice in your body that you just love that has happened because you lost weight, or the treatment, the medication we take. I'm trying to get that sleep. I have an Apple Watch to get over 7,000. You got over 7,000 yesterday. Okay, so and then Tamika's improving her sleep. She says her step average is 10K. Oh my God! So you and Mel are up there together. 10K. Now, Tamika, I know you used to walk at work. Are you still doing that, like on your lunch breaks? Are you walking and talking? As I remember I used to do that. That's a great way to get in exercise. Okay, so Nicole says the reduction in inflammation and joint pain is her number one benefit. No, that's not Nicole. That's Sweet B. Okay, Nicole, you're right under there. I thought I clicked on that. Okay, Sweet B says reduction in inflammation and joint pain. That's your number one benefit. Excellent. I know you're feeling good. More energy and easier to move around. Absolutely. I just love that. Very good. Did Grant say, oh, no more sleep apnea? Oh, my goodness. Okay, Grant, we love that. That could take you out of here. So I'm going to give you some confetti for that. That is excellent, excellent. We're going to give you some confetti, some applause. I've heard people say that the sleep apnea is better, but I haven't really heard anybody say that they no longer have it. So I had to like recognize that. I love that for you. Very good. Okay. All right. Ooh, your sleep. Okay. So your sleep apnea is now 1 event versus 32. Jeez, Louise. That is awesome. Oh my goodness. Another person that saved your life. I mean, seriously. Jeez, Louise. Okay. Miss Brenda. She said, oh, you had a garment. And okay, it has its own app. Okay, very good. All right, very good. I walk at work, and you say less inflammation. Okay, very good. Like that inflammation is, it's like, what are you gonna do? It doesn't hurt when you move. Absolutely. And wait a minute. So Tamika, all these other people who said that, Tamika, me, I'm talking the inflammation, Sweet Bee, all of us with the inflammation. So did anybody tell you that was going to happen when you started your medication or your treatment? Did anybody say you're not going to have inflammation anymore? Your knees are going to feel better. Did anybody get that spiel from their doctor? I'm curious because I've yet to hear one. I want to give your doctor some confetti if they told you that. Now I realize the doctor wouldn't know if it would happen to you, but I'm pretty sure I have yet to hear somebody who's taken the medication to say that they didn't notice that. So I'm sure they're out there. I just haven't heard it. Okay, so between the weight loss and less inflammation, I tolerate the heat much better now, which is great since I live in Florida. I love that. Very good. I no longer have debilitating chronic lower back pain. Oh, that back pain is something else when it gets you, isn't it? Jeez Louise, congrats to you. No inflammation and no joint pain. We just love that. That's like the biggest one, right? Let's see. Dee Dee, no, you missed the message before. Okay, let me go up. What was your message before? You missed the message before, and now you're out the door. You missed the message before. I think I still miss it because I don't see it. I'm sorry. Miss Brenda. I don't see it. Grant, okay, Mel is saying he looked at that ring. She looked at that ring before she chose the Oura ring. Okay, all right. Yeah, I don't see it, Miss Brenda. I'm sorry. If you want to put it back in the chat, I can read it. Okay, all right, let's see. So, okay, nope, nada. Scroll back, Dee Dee. Yeah, I scrolled up. I scrolled back. I couldn't find it. No doctor told me about inflammation. Me either. What's up with that? I ditched the cat machine 3 years ago. I'm 4 years into my health journey. Wow, I love that. Okay, all right. Go Bellflower, go Bellflower, go Bellflower, go Bellflower. So you've been off for a long time. You've been healed. You've been healed, my sister. Healed. I love that. Very good. That's a long time. So that just shows how consistent you were, and you meant that. I'm not going back. No, my doctor doesn't really know anything about these medications. Isn't that, well, you know what? They are new though. But I don't, teachers have to go back and get training. So I wonder if these doctors have mandatory training that they have to get, or they could just say, well, I'm going to send you to an endocrinologist because I don't know. We have to keep up our license, our teacher's license. We have to go back and take classes. It's just, we just can't say like, oh, we still have the same info from 1952. So I wonder if doctors have to do that. And I guess if you don't have to take nutrition classes, this might fall into something like that. I don't know. You just would think that they would have to be up to date. And I'm sure the ones that want to do it, but yeah. Okay, so nobody told you anything when you started. That's why you came to YouTube. Go YouTube, go YouTube, go YouTube. I just love YouTube, right? YouTube is like YouTube. What do we call it? YouTubeversity. Let's see. I don't give all the credit to Zep, especially now. HRT was huge, lean tight muscles. They ain't huge because of the frame of it all, but I love what I have. Also, my energy levels are high. Yes, very good. And I say that too. That's one of the things I was saying early on when people were saying the GLP-1. And I realize it does help with a lot of things, but I also think it's, the effort, the energy, what you're putting in. And I'm going to tell you guys, I know some people who are taking these meds and they're struggling with the meds. They're not losing, the weight didn't just fall off. So I think they appreciate my journey even more now, because it's not just like you take it. Now, these people don't have diabetes either, which is a struggle of mine. So, and they're having a struggle with taking that weight off. So I'd say that just makes me feel like, okay, yeah, people who are losing and putting effort into like the lifestyle of it all, like, we're going to get our respect. We might not be getting it now, but sooner or later, everything falls back around full circle. But yes, Mel, I agree. The hormones of it all, the effort you're putting in, it is you. It is you. It's not just those meds. I hope you guys believe that now. No, my doctor told me nothing. She doesn't seem to know much about the meds still. And she has her patients taking it. Now, I would say, if this was a thing, I'm sure she's watching the news. Maybe she's not scrolling. Maybe she's only on Netflix and she's not watching the news. But even Netflix have some breaking documentaries of the latest things that are happening. So maybe they don't know. But I just think at this point, if you're a doctor, you should know. I just really do. Roll, how are you? She says, hi, Dee Dee in chat. Driving but listening. Thank you for listening in. Okay, so let's play the game of it all. We probably are going to wrap up a little bit early tonight, which is great, right? Because I might have to get some steps in. I don't know. Let me check. All right. Let me check. Let me see. Jeez, Lord. Okay. Let me hide this, because some of you are good at figuring things out. I don't know about this group. All right. Harper and me says you're feeling healthy. Wow, Bellflower, you have 4 years. Okay, so you're feeling healthier, younger than you did when you were much younger, right? A lot of people say that they feel more younger and energetic than they did when they were actually younger. Probably because when you were younger, you were not as healthy. So that makes perfect sense. Okay, one's huge non-skill victory for you was walking up the hill and not being out of breath. Excellent. Let's give you some confetti. Let's give her some confetti. Walking up that hill. Isn't that a thing? Jeez Louise. I love that for you. I know you felt good when you got up that hill. It's like a feat to overcome. No mandatory training as per my doctor, but there darn well should be. Yeah. It should be. Especially now. Well, especially now if you're administering the medication, right? If you're administering it, you should have some sort of knowledge about it. Yeah, and I just think, unless you seek it out, you don't have to have it, which is kind of unfortunate, but I think eventually it's going to happen. I really do. I mean, of course, this is the Wild Wild West, and when they, when things start to go haywire, they'll start having like some mandatory things that need to happen if it's not already. Doctors really need to get educated more on the meds. I agree. Yes, Dee Dee, so true. MJ is working on the TD2 first. Type 2 diabetes first. Weight loss is secondary. You've done very well. Yeah, you know what? I had to say that to myself when I'm, feeling kind of like, we have come a long way since pedometers. Pedometers, yeah. I had to say to myself, Daniel, how are you? He says, good evening, Dee Dee and Diva folk. I'm driving, but I wanted to speak. Hello, thank you for listening. I wanted to say, because I am a type 2 diabetic, it really is harder to lose weight. And some of the people that I see that are like the weight loss superstars in my eyes, that have type 2 diabetes, the Mayor Mindy's of the world. But I think about, look how Mayor Mindy was exercising. She was trying, she was training for a triathlon. She's athletic. And Mindy was also cutting those carbs. She had, I don't know, check out her interview on my channel. She's one of the first people I interviewed. And Mindy, was about her business. She was like, she could have been taken out of here. So Mayor Mindy was about her business. She was working out. And I mean, when I say working out, I mean working out like an athlete, not just like, oh, I'm lifting these weights at home. I mean, she was hitting the gym. She was, doing things constantly to keep up with her training for that triathlon. So can you believe that? And even when she was a bigger woman, she was still like, doing some of these things. So I just love that. But I can't compare myself to Mary Mindy because I'm not working out like that. Wasn't trying to be an athlete at all. So I had to say to myself, like, self, like, scale it back. Why are you trying to worry about what somebody else is doing? And then there is somebody else who I would consider a Mounjaro weight loss superstar, and that is my girl. Do you guys know who it is? Who is it? She's a Mounjaro superstar. Who else is it? Well, I'm gonna tell you guys, if you can't guess, it is none other than Allie. Remember Allie? Allie was losing that weight. I'll never forget. Remember I interviewed Allie and I said, why were you in the bed, Allie, all the time? And she said because she couldn't get out of bed, she didn't have energy, and she just was like, I'm going to record this and document my journey, and I'm going to do it from the bed. Because I always used to be like, this lady is always in the bed. Get out the bed. And I had to say that to her. But I'm glad I was able to interview her and ask her, because now that she talked about it, it made sense, right? That she was in her bed. She was just like, hey, I'm going to record from here. So now we see Allie. You know, I never forget the first time I saw her, she was driving her truck talking about Wendy's. She was in a truck or something, driving somewhere, talking about fast food, the fast food of it all. And so I look at somebody like her that's a weight loss, in my eyes, superstar with that Mounjaro. Allie was doing all the things. And I remember she never showed her weight on, she never really showed her weighing in or like what her weight was. Every time you log on that video, click on her video, she had like minus 2 pounds. She was down 2 pounds, down 1.5 pounds, down 2 pounds. I remember I was like, this lady lose 2 pounds like it's going out of style. So she was constantly losing and losing, but she's also another superstar I would consider. And then she hit some bumps in the road, but she's another one that, you know, she was very diligent with that tracking and eating the same things and all of that. And so, you know, and I guess if you were like, couldn't really get out of bed, that motivation was really there for a change. So, and I have to say to myself, like, stop comparing well, I said that a long time ago. Now I know better. But back then, I used to say to myself, stop comparing it to those superstar ladies. But, you know, I'm looking at other people that are on Mounjaro because it is a different journey when you're not a type 2 diabetic. So that is true. The research shows it. We all know it. You know, being a diabetic is no joke, right? It really is no joke. So it does change a lot, and it does make the weight loss a little bit more stubborn. I would have to say that. And I also think it makes like the whole hormones of it all a little bit more stubborn too, because, you know, my body is trying to get adjusted with that as well. So anyway, I said all that to say, we've got this. We've got this. We don't care what other people are doing. Well, you know what we're doing, right? And we're doing it and doing it and doing it well. Did I see my girl Cookie roll up in here? That's our theme song. Did I see her or not? I thought I saw Cookie. Okay, maybe not. Okay, all right. Cookie, are you listening? Because your theme song popped in my head. Okay, so let's play this. We're going to play this game, and then we're going to be out of here. And then I'm going to reveal how many steps I have, and I got to move my bun. So I'm going to post it tomorrow. Well, if I'm at 7,000 steps now, I won't need to. But if I'm not, I'm going to post my 7,000 steps so you guys can see that I stuck to my commitment. But I think I'm going to be at 7,000 steps before we get off this live. All right, so. All right, so this game is called Guess the Steps. Guess the Steps. Positive T! Come on in with your positive self. How are you? I love a good positive person. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so this game is called Guess the Steps. Guess the Steps. All right, did I spell that right? I have to watch my spelling. Okay, all right, all right. All right, so I'm going to give you a scenario, and I want you to guess how many steps it might take, right? Or how many steps it might take. So how many steps? Don't Google it and say off Gemini, ChatGTP, Chuck D, MVP. Stay off all those things. Just go with what you think. Go with your gut. Your gut, especially if you're a lady in here, I know this for sure, your gut does not steer you wrong. So how many steps do you think the average person takes in 1 mile? How many steps? How many steps do you think the average person takes in 1 mile? Now, average. Dee Dee, your girl Cookie is in the bushes with her granddaughters. How are you? I knew it. Cookie, how are you? We just love you, Cookie. All right. So, oh, Mel's coming in strong with the 1500. Nicole's 2500. Okay, okay. Did I miss? Boss lady says, are you saying 11,000 or 1,100? It says 11,000, boss lady. Do you meant to go that high? All right. All right. I'm just gonna really quick. I'm not gonna say your names. I'm just gonna put your guesses up here or predictions. But you guys are so smart. Gosh, I always say I got some smart folks up in here. That's okay. You're here in spirit. Oh, she was thinking about 5 miles. Oh gosh, you're advanced, boss lady. Okay, so we got the 3,000, 1,200, 2,500. Okay, okay. Any more guesses before the reveal? It is 2,000 steps. How about that? So about 2,000 steps. Now that's just on average. That's not like our people that are walking super fast, knocking it out the park. But so if you said anything between 1,500 and 2,500, I think you're in there, right? You're in the ballpark. So we love that. All right. Oh, I thought that was a tough one. That was a tough one. All right. So it says number 2. This is number 2. How many steps do you think people walk? In a typical grocery store trip. So a typical grocery store trip, and I didn't say give me a time or anything like that. Well, what do you think? Just think about your times you're in the grocery store, like your average time, not when you're quick running in, quick running out, but just like your average grocery shopping. How many steps do you think people walk typically in the grocery store? All right, what are you guys saying? The grocery store of it all. All right, all right. Ooh, let's see. Okay, who do we have? Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Okay, Cookie, tell your granddaughters hello and good night too, because it's almost bedtime, probably, huh? Let's see. Okay, Keisha says, oh, Mel says, no wonder I get so many steps. 2,300. Polly Paul, brother Paul, how are you? He said, sorry, I'm late to the party. Okay, let's scroll down to your guest. Paul is guessing 800. Okay, we got 1,000. We got 900. We got 500. We got 3K. Oh, we got a lot of guesses up in here. Okay, we got 1,600. We got 700, 1,200. We got 1,500. We got 600. She is saying 500. I might ride the cart for a bit. I love that. Okay, Miss Brenda, you think it's 100 to 200 steps. Okay, well, this one, I was kind of surprised by this. I thought it would be more, but they say about 1,000 to 1,500 steps. You get at the grocery store, which I think is good to know, right? Because I'm going to go to the grocery store and get my steps in a heartbeat. I finished strong. Okay, all right, good job. Great guesses. Keisha says 500. Darian is coming in and speaking to the whole chat. We love it, Darian. All right, so number 3 is, how many steps do you think someone gets walking around a large store like Target or Walmart? So if it's a big store, and how many steps do you think you get into a big store? Now, I'm going to give you a hint. It's more than the grocery store. It's more than the grocery store. What do you think? Oh, geez, Louise. People are saying hi to it's Darian. You be in there forever. I do too. Looking around, seeing what I can see. But we go to Whole Foods. Sometimes if you go to Whole Foods or like to Costco, even a Sam's Club, it can be an experience, right? Because they have stuff for you to try and see, and people are stopping you and chatting with you, and so those kind of stores are like an experience. But what do you think about the Paul? Did you ever do you like I did, boss lady? Did you mean to put 50,000 steps, Paul? Did you mean to? Okay, okay. All right, so we got 2K. We got 50,000 steps. Jeez Louise. I'm gonna start hanging out at Target and Walmart. We got 1,100. We got 2,500. A lot. Great. A lot less than the money they take from us. Absolutely. That's for sure. All right, we got a 1,700. Brenda is cracking her up. Real MVP says 2,500. Yeah, I know. You know what? I was using those gift cards, Darian, and I had to go up, dip up in there. Your guess is 1,700, 1,750, 1,750. Okay, all right. You walk more in Sam's Club. Yeah, I like a Sam's Club. Let's see. We got 7K says Pam. Mounjaro, Journey with Pammy Whammy. How are you? Hello there. Okay, so Miss Brenda says 3,718. You're so specific. Did you chat GTP that, Miss Brenda? Okay, 2,500. Okay, all right, very good. All right, so reset with Anissa. How are you? How are you? Okay, so it is 2,000 to 3,000 steps. 2,000 to 3,000 steps. So if you're going to Walmart, if you dare you go to Target, if you go to a big chain store, that's the on average of what people are getting. Are you guys surprised by that? I was surprised by that. Okay, how many steps would you get if you now this is good. Doesn't this depend on your weight and size? I don't know. Does it? Let me look that up. How many steps would you get if you walked for 30 minutes? So let's go with the average person, but I think it varies depending on your height, age, and all that. Let's see. Excuse me. Oh, geez. Mail to the B. Oh, gosh. Jeez Louise. Mel, you're a walking sensation. He just texted me something. Okay, so what do you guys think? Let's see how many. While you guys are doing that, I'm going to be moving. Dun, 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 dun. Hey. Dun, 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 dun. Hey. Dun, 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 dun. Hey. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Hey. Dun, 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 dun. Hey. Dun, 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 dun. Hey. So why am I always so happy and cheerful? I just love that about myself. I'm sure some people are. They were probably like, this lady needs to calm it down. How about that? All right. So you were trying to make everybody laugh, Miss Brenda. I don't even know what you said. Okay. All right. So where did the guessing start? Did it start with Paula? Paula, were you guessing maybe you were doing the other one. Okay, maybe I'm gonna go down here. I think it starts at Boss Lady. So Boss Lady, you say how many steps would you get if you walk for 30 minutes? You say 300. I think you mean 3,000, or do you? I don't know. 4K, 3,000 says Sweet Bee, 3,500 says Mel. 3,500. We got another 3,500. 4,500. We got between 4,000 and 6,000. We got 5K. We got 3,300. Let's see. Oh, so you said you don't know what your average is. Okay. But this is just anybody's average, like just on average in general. We're just estimating here. Okay. Paul is specific. Okay. All right. So Darian is estimating. Okay. Very good. Let's see. 30 minutes, 1.5 miles, so 3,750. Okay. That's okay, Boss Lady. 3,000. Okay, 3,000. Yeah, it was how many steps would you get if you walk for 30 minutes? And you guys are right. Once again, you guys are the smartest chat in history. Okay, GLP-1 land. We got 3,000 to 4,000 steps. Yes, 3,000 to 4,000 steps. It makes sense, doesn't it? All right, very good. What about this one? How many steps? How many steps did I take today? I'm going to take you back to my thumbnail. 4,184 steps. Now, when I made this thumbnail, that's how many steps I was. This was after work. And I had a slow day at work because normally I get more, I don't know normally because I don't really track, but I just really started tracking. But Monday, when I reached my goal of 7,000 steps, most of those were from work. So yeah. So what do you guys think? Now it's been about 3 hours since, and I didn't intentionally exercise. So just so you know, I didn't intentionally exercise since that 4,184. So as of right now, how many steps do you think I have? Ooh. And I'm gonna actually show you on my watch so you can see it. How many steps are you guys guessing? How many steps? This is what I had a couple hours ago. And I did not do any intentional exercising. I did not. What do you think? Look at my Ayuga jacket hanging on in there on the thumbnail. Love that. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I'm going to go to the chat in a second. Let me make sure I have okay, so I'm going to put up here. Let me go to my little okay. All right, guys. Okay, what do you think? Jeez, Louise. Let's see. We're going to see who's going to come the closest. Let me put this in here. All right, so this is just in case people are interested in the cuteness of it all and the features, but the cuteness. So here's my little QR code for that fanny watch that I have on. And I'm going to show you guys what my steps are. Okay, so let's go through the guesses and then I'll do my big reveal. Okay, so Mel is sticking. Mel, you're sticking to your 6,300. Okay. Sweet B, okay, 6,100, 6,200. We got 6,720. You guys are so good. 6,800, 7,200. Well, my goal is 7,000. And it's 6,000. Okay, y'all are cracking me up. 7K. Is that no? Don't. I shouldn't even put that on the screen. Don't. Oh, I gotta tell Darium. I'm glad you reminded me. I have made a decision about Temu. Thank you. I almost forgot. Did I write it down? I said I was going to write it down so I could talk about that. I'll talk about that after this. I reveal my steps. But yeah, I made a decision about Temu, the Temu of it all. Okay. All right. And my poll, I'm going to go to my poll and tell you what you guys said. Okay. So we got an 8,237. Miss Brenda, you and these numbers, you're so specific. Mel is saying big group thing. Mary Lynn, how are you? It's good to see you. She says 4,900 steps. Okay, 6,750. Okay, 5,771. You guys are so specific. I'm changing my insert to 5,700. You're changing your answer. You mean okay. Victoria comes out and says, "Oh, pretty picture. I love it." She says 4,600. Okay, all right. Miss Rita says 6,400. Okay, all right. Davina comes out of the bushes and says 7,005. Hey, Davina, how are you? Okay. All right. Mel says, no, I'm going to stick with my original 6,300. Darian said 5,010. Miss Brenda, she took it back a notch. Okay. All right. No. Okay. So you're giving us a range, losing it grace. Okay. So let me tell you, somebody came close. Devon had to guess that. She's on the comments in the videos, but she doesn't really come in the lives. But today she said, let me surprise you. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see. I don't know why this is it's hard for me to show this. I don't know. Okay, so can you see it? Oh man, let me take the watch off because this is not working. I can't hold my hand the way I'm supposed to. Oh, okay, wait, here we go. Can you guys see that? 6,665. So I gotta get close to 400 more steps in before I go to bed. And that's not gonna be hard. It's not gonna be hard. So I'm gonna post in the morning or sometime during the school day, but it's gonna have, you'll see the date. So it's not like I can, the date is on the app. So I'll post what my actual steps are before I head to bed. So I'm determined to get to that 7K. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, dun, 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 dun. Hey, dun, 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 dun. Hey, guys, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. So I'm excited about that. Now, here's my little watch. I'm going to show you. I'm going to change this because I could change it. Now, this changed without me changing it. I don't know if I hit something. I'm learning how to work this watch. Obviously, I'm like, geez, Louise. Okay, I was looking at all these other things. How do I get back to? Okay, I'm trying to change the face. And let's see. How can I change this face? Dun 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 dun. I gotta learn how to work this baby. But you guys are so smart. You guys have that figured out. Okay. Oh, here it is. So this is so cool. This is what I love about the watch. So I can change the face on it. I don't know what this one. Oh, it's downloading. It's downloading the face. This is a new one. Okay. It's gonna download it. And what is it saying? Okay, here it is. It's coming on there. I just pushed any random one. I would probably ever wear this face. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go now. Is it up there? Yay! That's the face. This is my favorite though. I like this one. Where is it? Is it popping up? Come on, come on. Oh, it is. I have to turn the thing back on. All right, so this is my one I wear. I don't know how it got off of this face because I had it on there. So that's the one I wear normally. This one reminds me of my twin. I'm gonna install it. So she can see it. That'll be the last one I show you. This is a shout out to Purple Bellflower. Let me see. I'm going to show you when it loads. It has to load. It's syncing to the watch. So I like that because it has like a bunch of them. If you watch that video, you could change it all around. So I'm into that. I'm into that sort of thing. The cuteness of the watch. All right. So that is it. Oh, so everybody in the chat, people, I think you did, but for Keisha, how are you? Is it Kesha? Did I say Keshna? I think it's Keshna. You know what? You were on there. You were a walking sensation on your channel. Are you still walking? That's so funny. Oh my gosh, that you're in here on a walking because you were always on that stepper. I remember you were stepping. You said you're considering that. You wanted to reach out to me. Okay, all right. Reach out. I'm gonna put my email in here. Let's see. It's on here. Where's my email? It's somewhere on here. Let's see. Mail to the B. Do you have my email handy dandy? I had it on here. Oh, here it is. Never mind, mail. Here it is. You can email me. And okay, so wait a second. Bellflower, this is for you. I will say before I talk about the Temu of it all, I do have the best mods in all of GLP1 and YouTube land. So we got Bellflower, aka Nicole. We got Mail to the B, aka I call her I ain't gonna say what I call her. I'm gonna ask her if I can tell what this nickname is because I call her that. But wait a second. Here is Bellflower. Wait, look how cute that is. Can you see that? Oh, I just love that. Oh, it's so cute. But okay, I only could wear it if I had on purple. But I just think that's so cute. It's a butterfly and it's purple. Oh my goodness. I just love that. Okay, so yeah, look at me. I'm into the girliness of it all. All right. So now you guys told me, so you guys said your average steps. What are your steps for today? Does anybody want to share? Is anybody close to me? And she said, "Oh, don't put my comment on the screen." Okay. That is so cute. It reminded me of you when I saw that. I was like, when I wear purple, I'm gonna wear that. All right. So anybody want to say what their steps are? Now my steps, let me put this back on because I gotta get those steps before I lay down. Lay your head on my pillow. Remember Tony? I just love them. Okay, so yeah, that is a nice one. So that's what I'm gonna have. I'm just gonna have that in honor of my girl. Bam. Here we go. Remember, I have the screen, and you can leave the screen on the whole time. But when they say it drains your battery, they weren't joking. It really does drain the battery. So how many steps do you guys have? And then I'm gonna tell you about Temu, and then we're out of here. I think we're gonna be on record time getting out of here too. Oh my goodness. I've chopped my nails down so low. How low can you go? How low can you go? All right. So, okay. So, Sweet Bee, you're at 9,454. Oh, geez. I love that for you. 6,168. Excellent. 10,602. Excellent. 6,796. Oh, my goodness. Awesome job. You said I didn't go to work today. 1,750 legs were super sore from the other day. That's okay, because look at your average. So you're just doing it and doing it well. Okay, I'll be over 11K by 10:30. Jeez Louise. Let's see, 7,336. I love that. Okay, so I'm getting a little warm, so I'm gonna take this off. Keisha, 6,900. Excellent job. Keisha, you're doing an excellent job. 200. Every time I see you, I think 235 pounds down. Jeez Louise. Now this sweater's gotten all over my shirt here, but that's okay. Okay, you can see I'm getting hot. Okay, so let me tell you guys about the Temu of it all. 2,901. I'm on break this week healing. I love it. Excellent job. You're still moving. And remember, they said, I might have to hang this up. Nicole, 4,000 steps. Oh, this was a little thing I was going to do. That's not it. Well, I wanted to say when I looked up those steps, okay, so 4,000 steps is great. That's, you're already making good strides towards your health. 6,000 to 7,500 is going to give you those strong health benefits. And then, you're also that zone 2 walking. We know it's going to target that fat, right? The fat, which that's one of the reasons why I need to get my buns walking, is to target that visceral fat. And then 7,000 to 8,000 steps is excellent. So we want to, why not be excellent if we can be excellent? Be all you can be, but that's okay. If you don't make it there some days, some weeks, that's okay. You're still in good hands, like Allstate, right? You're still doing good. All right, so let me tell you about the Temu of it all. So people who want to hear, okay, so Keshna, you have 7,000 steps late to the party. That's okay. Kesh, it's so good to see you. I haven't seen you in so long. Nicole says 3K because I got my gel knee injection. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. That is okay. 4,662. Girl, Mel is Tamika. Mel be up, honey. She gets her rest. Don't get me wrong, but she is always moving. That I can attest to that. All right, so let me go to my post. If you guys have been going to my post, I post every day. If I forget tomorrow, I always say that, right? No, I will have a post tomorrow, so it's already on deck. So I post every day. So I posted that comment. What do you guys think I should do about Temu? I left it up, and so let me go to it and see what you guys said. And then I'm going to tell you what I decided to do. So here we go. Okay. Where is that poll? So the post says, was that on the live stream? Yeah. So that was on that live stream. I was so excited about that live stream. That live stream. Let me show you guys this live stream. And do I have the picture in there? that live stream was oh, that's the watch. That live stream did so well. When I got off that live stream, it was 1,000 people that had clicked on that and had watched our video. So I was excited about that. So they heard me talking about the Temu of it all, and people voted. So we had votes. So it was either should I do the Temu? Is it in line with my brand? What do you guys think? You know, downsizing Diva. And so I had yes, secure the deals and the discount for us, Diva, or maybe test it out first. Or I had no, ma'am, that's not the move for the queen. All right, so or for you, queen, not the queen. Okay, so 18% of people say yes, Diva, go for it. 51% of people said maybe test it first. And then 31 of people said, no, ma'am, that's not the move for you, queen. So I took that into consideration. So if I'm going by the majority of people are saying yes and test it out. And then we got 31% saying no. So I'm going to tell you guys what I decided to do. I'm going to give myself a drum roll. Why? Because I'm just so dramatic like that. Let me give myself a drum roll. Where is the drum roll? I can get some extra movement now. Okay, so I decided not to do the Temu. Now, one of the main reasons I told you their little package and what they present. I got my email up here. I might get a bunch of emails. Jeez, wait. But one of the things with Temu is I'm telling you, they came across as very professional. Their stuff was together. That impressed me, right? Because I think, okay, organized. And I'm an organized person, so that attracted me to it. But one of the reason why I decided not to do it is because it's a lot of like selling stuff. Like you're always gonna, and maybe when I'm in retirement, 9 more Mondays. Maybe when I'm in retirement, I'll rethink it. But right now, I just think I don't have time for it. I barely have time to be on here right now. So, I don't have time for it. The way you would have to have these items and showing all the items right now, nobody's telling me what to do, when to post, how to post. I'm just doing it as I want to do it. Even the sponsors I have, I've been so blessed that they've been just working with me, whenever it's convenient for me, it's what they're doing. If they give me a time frame and I need more time, or I want to rethink some things, they've just been so easy breezy and just very easy to work with, the ones I'm sponsoring. So, and I'm not sponsoring a whole lot. I got the Ayuga. I just love Ayuga. I got, what else I have going on? I have the Firmoo glasses. I don't have my glasses here, but I have my case. Do I have my Firmoo case? Here it is. So I got that, the Firmoo. My daughter's wearing the Firmoo glasses too. Her godmother bought her some for her birthday. So we love that. And then the only other thing I have is the smartwatch, right? Where's my girl Bellflower? Bam. I got the smartwatch going on now, and I was so against getting a smartwatch. I could have any smartwatch I want. I just didn't want one. And when they reached out, I thought, well, somebody else might be interested, right? Somebody else might want a fancy looking watch that's not your typical one that looks like it's designed for me. And Darian, I'm sorry about that. And any other guy, Brother Paul, whoever is listening out there. But a lot of those watches, smartwatches, to me, it looks like a male. It has, is wearing it because it looks very male oriented. So if you're out there, you might want to step your game up and make something that's appealing to like the feminine side of a woman. Like for me, because I'm like dainty and I like things nice and fashionable and, cute and classy and all of that. So that's what appealed to me. Now it's still telling me the steps and this and that. And Temu has nothing on Fannie Lou. So I just want to say that. So I'm not doing Temu, and I don't want to be on here feeling like I'm selling stuff. Like I'll make a video, show off a product. I think that's, fine. But do I want to be like making 3 or 4 videos? And then you have to think Temu things aren't expensive. So in order for you to get a discount, in order for them to give me a discount for showing you guys stuff, it's just going to be hard. favorite fun. Did you, Allie, did you hear me talking about you earlier? Did you hear me? I was giving you credit. You one of my Mounjaro sister superstars. So yeah, so I decided, so Allie, we got to catch up though. You got to catch up, remember? So, I decided, guys, I'm not doing Temu. Temu, goodbye, Temu, for right now. I'm not doing that. I just don't have time. It's all I could be on here. I told you guys my 9 more Mondays until retirement. I am just going to be busy, right? I got things going on. I'm trying to wrap up a 32-year career and figure out what I'm going to do in the meantime. I got so many things going on this summer. So I'm just busy. So I don't have time to be with Temu and their deadlines and them want me to do this and that. I'm telling you, it's like a machine over there. I feel like with Temu, like they're on it. And I love that. But maybe one day when I feel comfortable too, I'm still not comfortable modeling clothes and doing all this kind of stuff. I'm just not into that. Like, I like to be cute and be girly and all that stuff, but like to be modeling on camera, like it's amazing. I'm just on camera right now. So that's it. That's all. So that is what I'm doing. I am not doing anything with Temu right now. Won't say never, but for right now, I'm not. So, but one of the things I am, it has come up on my radar. So I am going to look at some of the clothes because, I'm losing inches. The pounds aren't melting down like they were. But I'm losing inches and I'm still getting into things. I'm wearing that size extra large and regular people's extra large, not plus size, right? So all that's making me feel good. So yeah, Allie, I didn't tell you. Allie, we got to catch up. Fit Flavor Fun. Allie, how was Disney? Okay, I will call you because I'll be on here having a conversation. But yeah, so Allie, I got retiring, so we got to catch up. So that's more time for us to get together and do some stuff. All right. So anybody else has something they want to say? I am having a Didi's meetup. It's kind of closed down now. We've met 2 or 3 times. I'm having a Didi's meetup this summer. So I won't be able to go on that downsized cruise. One of these days I'm getting on that downsized cruise because I just love Chris and Lorraine. I've never been on a cruise. So it's like, do I want my first cruise to be with a bunch of folks? I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, I know some of the people, but I'm not going to know all the people. So we'll have to see. Keshna, I put my email up here. I'm going to put it up here one more time. And so email me. Let me see. Where is my email? Every time I scroll down on this, okay, that's my email. Email me and yeah. We'll talk. All right. So thank you guys. Thank you for hanging in there with me. This has been fun as usual. Keep those steps going. Okay. So I'm going to get off here so I can get my 7,000 steps in. I'm going to post it tomorrow between 11 and 12. I might do it earlier if I get a chance, but I'll post it. If I don't get to those steps, I'm going to post that too, right? Because, it is what it is. But I'm pretty sure as soon as I get off here, I'm going to be walking in place. Or I might get on I got the walking pad. I might get on the walking pad. I think it's loud, though. I don't know if my daughter is sound enough sleep for me to get on it. But whatever it is, I'm either going to get on that or I'm going to just walk around my house and in place and get those steps in. So that's my commitment to myself. Thank you guys for walking me through this. It's been hard, but that's okay. Hard just builds character. We can do it. I appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Have a good night. Thank you for stopping in and hanging out with me. People are saying, what are you guys saying about, Temu? Yeah, Temu. Yeah. Geez, Louise. Bye, everybody. Thanks for stopping in. Have a good night. Bye. Remember the one time I was stuck on live? Well, not this time.